So what we're going to do is make sure you see we've got our rectangle, and just going to draw a little rectangle, and we don't want that. Right, so what's basically happened is we've got a 5-second video. So what are we going to do with this shape, right? Well, I want it to be in the corner. Press H with the hand tool. I just want to see this shape properly. All right. So if we look at the properties panel, we want to get it into shape. So basically, I'm going to have eight rows, 6 columns. Okay. So basically, if you do the maths on it, what I would like to have is 1080 divided by 6. So that is going to be 180 for the height. And then for the width, I want it to be 1920 divided by 8, which is going to be 240. So 240 by 180. So let's specify that in our width and height. 240 and 180. Now I'm going to put it into position here. So we look at if we look in the properties panel, you can see position is 120, 90. And that's because this anchor point is right here, right? So what I'm going to make sure is carefully make sure that I get it in the right place. Because I don't want it there, right? I want it to be right on the corner of the whole stage, right? The anchor point is not happy, but we don't want to... The point is, it doesn't matter about the anchor point. As long as it's in the right position, then it's good. So yeah, every 0.4 seconds, I want it to go... I want the position, the X position to increase by 240. So 0 is 0, 0. So then to get to the next one, so 0.4 seconds in frames, in a 60 frame per second. So basically, I believe it's 24, right? Because a tenth of a second, a tenth of a second would be 6 frames. So 4/10 of a second would be 24 frames. Yeah. So every 24 frames. All right. So what I've done here is I basically every 0.4 seconds. So just to clarify this, and I maybe do need to change the time units, but every 0.4 seconds, that's the same as 24 frames, right? So 24 frames, 48 frames, 72 frames, 96 frames, 120 frames, 144 frames, and then what, 168 frames. You can see when you choose the numbers in a certain way. I was actually just working out in my head, but I realized I could have just looked at these two numbers, right? Let me just see if that works. Every 24 frames, 48 frames, 72 frames, 96 frames, 120 frames. Yeah, 144, 168 frames. So that's one way we could make that go across, right?